any extra background noise. We'll do a quick question and answer session at the end of the call. But if you have any questions, please feel free to send them into the chat function. And also, please send your email and your walk into the chat function so we can send out the slides to you after the webinar. Madison, do you want to go through the agenda?
Yeah, so as you said, your hosts are Autumn and I'm on the right.
Hi, I manage the... Go ahead, Madison. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. I'm the walk logistics coordinator. I'm on the right hand side, so I do all 12 walks between Mass and New Hampshire.
Great.
And you're
and I'm Autumn. I manage the Foxborough walk. Yeah.
Cool. So our agenda today is yep. Our agenda today is going over our team captain role, our participant center overview, where we'll talk about what you get as a team captain and how to maximize the resources online, the collateral you get as being a team captain, and any questions and answers.
Great. So before we kick everything off, we just wanted to go through some walk lingo. So these are some terms that you'll probably hear throughout walk season and later on in this webinar. So we just want to make sure we explain everything. So a participant/walker is a registered attendee for the walk. We do ask that every person attending the event register, and registration is open online or via a paper form, which is also available on site on walk day. A team captain is someone who has decided to have others join you at the walk, and creating this team will help link all your friends, family, colleagues, any organization members that might be joining you under one page. Your participant center, this is the online portal for all things walk. We'll do a deeper dive into the participant center later on in the webinar. So champion, grand champion, and elite grand champion. So these are some fundraising incentive levels. $500, once you've raised $500, this will make you a champion. Raising $1,000 will make you a grand champion. And the way to remember that difference is raising $1,000 or $1,000 will help you become a grand champion. And new in 2019, we're launching an elite grand champion. This is an individual who has raised over $2,500 or more. Staff partner is a term for your association staff member managing your walk. You'll see their name on the website and get emails from them, so feel free to reach out to them, and we're here to help you. Our Promise Garden, you can see our picture on the right of your screen. So this is our flowers that every participant will get on walk day. We have 4 different colors representing your connection to Alzheimer's disease. Orange is if you are a volunteer and advocate for the cause. Purple is if you've lost someone to Alzheimer's or dementia. Blue is if you are living with Alzheimer's dementia diagnosis, and yellow is if you are a caregiver. All of our flowers together fulfill our promise to remember, honor, care, and fight Alzheimer's disease. Hashtag #EndAlz is our official hashtag for social media. Please use it on your Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter when you're doing any posts about the walk or the Alzheimer's Association. Programs and services, this refers to the free resources the association offers, our care consultations, support groups, educational events, and our 24-hour helpline. AIM, otherwise known as the Alzheimer's Impact Movement, is the advocacy arm of the association. This advances and develops policies working with our elected officials. And that's just a little bit of the walk lingo. So go ahead, Madison.
So, as team captains, thank you for leading the way. Team captains are leading by example. They're the ones who are rallying their friends and family for friends and family teams, getting those involved to participate on their own. They're also leaders of their corporate company, so they could rally their coworkers and colleagues to join them in making a difference for all of those impacted by the disease. So thank you again, team captains. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go through our participant center overview. So bear with us as we get into that. The easiest way to go in is go through your ALZwalk, MANH.org, and you'll see the 12 walks we have in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. I'm already logged in. You'll see sign up or log in up here on your right hand side. I'm going to go ahead and click my name. You'll see the walks that I've registered for, and I'm going to go ahead and click Dashboard. So you'll see here, my current raised, because I'm a team captain for this walk, you'll see my individual progress as well as my team progress. If you're just a team captain, if you're not a team captain, you'll only see my progress. But if you are, you'll see both like this. So I'm going to go ahead and change my individual goal and set it to 500. And because I'm changing my personal goal, I'm going to go ahead and change my team goal as well. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And it's already updated. So as I raise funds for this walk, you'll see my progress raise through this little bar as well as the total amount. And then I can either scroll down right here, or I could use my links clicking through here. And for today, we're just going to go ahead and use the links. It's a personal preference. So I'm going to go ahead, and because I'm team captain again, I can either see edit my page or my team's page. So I'll just go ahead and show you how to update your team page first. You can customize your own personal link. You could throw a logo on here if you're a corporate team, or an overall loved one if it is not. And you can also update your team story of why your company is involved with the walk, or why someone inspired you to join the walk as a team. So just for the purpose of today, I'm going to go ahead and update my personal page. And so I'm going to show you how to customize your own link. So anybody who goes to act.alz.org/go-to/Madison Wilkins, once I hit save, will be brought directly to my personal page. I'm going to skip through social media because we'll talk about that shortly. And I'd say, who are you honoring? So I could choose to honor someone I may have lost, like Lou Smith or Grandpa Lou, or I could just leave it blank and it says all of those facing Alzheimer's. So I'm just going to leave it that way for now. And I can just go ahead and show you how to update a photo. So ignore this. Yours would be blank if you haven't uploaded one new yet. I'm going to upload an image. Bear with me. It might take just a moment. Scroll. Open. And it's just resizing. That's fine. I could crop the picture. I can add any fun filters or anything. And just go ahead and add to page. So it's exporting. I'm going to go ahead, save. Again, I apologize. It may take another moment. And so now my image is uploaded, and there it is. So for my story, I could add in here, I walk to find Alzheimer's first survivor. Working with walkers and team captains through the past 2 years inspires me to raise funds to support the programs, research, advocacy that the association provides for those impacted by the disease. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save my story, and my changes have been already updated. Now people would go ahead and see this on my page. So we can go ahead. We also have emails. What you would do is you would just copy and paste this into your personal email. So if I were to use Gmail, I could pull it up, copy, paste, and send it out to my local network. I also have,
And there are resources in there. Oh, sorry, Madison. And just to jump in, there are resources there depending on what stage you're at in the fundraising season. So whether you're hoping to have others join you or it's after walk and you just want to make sure you thanked everyone. So we have sample messages depending on where you're at and where we are in the walk timeline.
perfect, thank you. So now moving forward to social media.
Yeah. And so Madison's going to be highlighting how to link your Facebook to your participant center. So it's really important to link your two this way. So those who had fundraised on Facebook in 2018 raised an average of $200 more than those who had fundraised just using their participant center. So that's one easy way to increase your fundraising for this year. So by logging into your participant center and then using that blue connect to Facebook button, you're now seeing Madison's, she's created a fundraiser and she can invite her friends, but also any donations that she receives on Facebook will automatically populate into her participant center. So all of those will be automatically tied, and it's a seamless transition as long as you select connect to Facebook through your participant center.
So, and one thing I didn't mention prior, it's really important to update your personal page because those who do raise more funds than anyone who doesn't update their profile for their story. So if you notice, I added that into my personal fundraising and it's already copied into my Facebook fundraiser. We make it super easy for you by having some sample posts that I can just copy and I can paste throughout in my fundraiser through Facebook, or I can just go right to my profile and go ahead and hit paste here and post, just to make sure that my fundraiser is active and I'm posting throughout the season. Autumn, do you want to tell us a little
And one
bit?
more note on social media. Yeah, for sure. So one more note on social media is that we also have an app. So anyone with a smartphone, we have an app, Walk End Alzheimer's app, available in the App Store and Google Play for iPhone or Android. So this is a really great way to take your fundraising on the go. It has all the functions that our participant center does, but again, it's just on a mobile app on your device. And in 2018, those who used the mobile app raised on average $400 more than those who fundraised without using the app. So again, another quick, easy way to increase your fundraising just by taking it on the go with you.
So we're done with that. And then for progress. So again, as I receive donations, I'm going to see the date that they were given, the donor, and how much was given to me personally. If I'm a team captain, I can see everything for my entire team. So it would show the date, donor amount, and what team member raised the funds. So we're now going to go through our captain tools. And if you're just a participant, no worries. But you will just see tools and tips instead of captain tools. Again, preference wise, I can either click through these or I can scroll down. For the sake of this, I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down. You'll get a team captain guide, which we'll talk a little bit more of. This is from our home office. You can click this and download it at your leisure. We have a goal tracking poster to see how well you've been meeting your goals. If you're not someone who likes to be an online fundraiser, print this out and then you can pretty much be done with anything online and still track your progress. We have a goal setting worksheet that we'll talk through a little bit more. Your company's team, change your company's team name. So if you forgot to register with your company and you want to make sure that it's credited to that, go ahead and update it here. You can see your team's roster, so anybody who is already registered for your teams, all of the gifts credited to your team, change your goal, change your team name. So if I couldn't think of anything creative but just wanted to start my team, I came up with nothing and then I want to change it, I can click right here and then edit my team page. So some of these we've already seen, but they all also live right here. We have our recruitment ideas of how to grow your team and maximize the number of participants that you have on your team. So here's just some ideas, and we will have for future webinars to highlight some successes of our local teams that were successful in this. So we have Walker business cards, some recruitment tips, fact flyers, how to recruit coworkers, a poster that you can throw up in your office or anywhere that you go to have people join your team, and then just some footprints. We also have some fundraising ideas. We'll also have a different webinar about some successful fundraising teams that we've had in the Mass New Hampshire chapter. So we have some tips and other ideas that live locally here. We do have availability for people to do different types of donations. Autumn, do you want to kick in here a little bit?
Yeah. So if anyone is donating via credit card, they can just donate right online to your participant center, and those donations will automatically appear on your participant page, and you'll automatically see that update in your progress bars. But if anyone would like to donate or contribute via cash or a check, we have a couple of different options. You can fill out the contribution tracking form, which is listed in your participant center, and then turn that in on walk day, or you can mail them to your local association office. Some donations can take up to 5 to 10 business days before they appear on your personal page, and that's really when we get closer to walk day when the volume increases. But again, we just like to say, just to give everyone that heads up. If people are donating via check, you can use the mobile app again, and we do have a deposit check function similar to how your financial institution deposit check function is. So it's a really nice way to expedite that process.
And we'll talk a little bit more, but if you're doing a team fundraiser and you want to make sure everyone from your team gets credited, you can print out this form, and it makes it super easy to make sure if you're hosting a team fundraiser that each participant gets a certain amount of funds. And when we talk about incentives, you'll understand why that's important. But some other things that you can earn other than incentives are some badges. Let me just scroll down. Autumn, want to tell us a little bit about the badges?
Yeah. And so badges are a really fun way to add some flair to your personal page and show up all the great things you're doing to raise awareness for the association and the walk. So Madison's already updated her storyteller. So she's already updated her story. So she's got the storyteller badge. She has already downloaded the mobile app. So these will automatically update as you check off these items, kind of in a to-do list almost. But there are a few that you can check off yourself. So if you're a committee member, you can check that one. But as you fundraise, you'll become, she becomes a champion or a grand champion, she'll receive those badges automatically as she hits those milestones. And then if we scroll a little bit down, there are more about raising more awareness. So if your donation count, so it's not just about the total amount of money that you're raising, but also how many donations you're receiving. So you get some badges for those, but also you can help out with our advocacy efforts and help get an AIM badge or advocacy badge. And this is an effort to help support our Palliative Care Act that we're looking for. So there is a little blurb about what the act is, and then she can fill out her information, and via her zip code, it will go to her elected officials to help raise some more awareness to those elected officials for the Palliative Care Act. And then that badge, again, will just pop up on her webpage. So again, it's just a really fun way to add some flair and show off all the great things that you're doing as a participant.
Bear with us real quick as I get this back in presenting mode. All right. So we'll also now talk about some goals.
Perfect. So setting goals helps you be successful whether you're a team captain or walking solo. This slide will help you think about how many people might want to have join you or how much you'd like to fundraise throughout the walk season. So first off, lead by example and make a self-donation. So embrace the cause. You've already taken that first step by signing up for the walk, but take it a little bit further and then make a self-donation. Those who make a self-donation on average raise $80 more than those participants who don't. So again, just another easy way to raise a little bit more this walk season. Next up would be helping recruit others. So if you have your family joining you, or if you are part of a community organization that seems interested in helping support you while you're walking, so set up that, think about how many people are with you in that organization or in your family, and think about a number of how many people you'd like to have join you. You can even think of if you had 10 people on your team last year, you want to double it to 20. And that's another easy way. Encourage those team members who do end up joining you to fundraise individually to earn their own T-shirt and other incentives. We'll talk about these other incentives in just a minute too. The more the merrier. So host a team captain event, and this is one way to build your team spirit and achieve your fundraising goal and to get everyone involved. It's always a fun way. Summer's a great time to get everyone together, and we've talked through a couple of ideas on your participant center of how to host a fundraising event, but your staff partners here to help you as well. And one quick thing to note is if you've already achieved your goal, don't be afraid to increase it and keep fundraising. If you raise, $1,000 and your goal is 800, people might not be as willing to donate if you've already achieved your goal. But if you upgrade it into about 1,500 or even 2,000, you might get a little bit closer to that new goal. We'll have other webinars throughout the summer, which we'll talk about a little bit later as well, to help you build your teams, but also ideas to help your fundraising.
So as Autumn said, we do have incentives. This year we're using our Halo Incentive Prize Program again. So we continue fundraising through October 31st for incentives, but we do continue throughout the year for the walk season. But for incentives, we continue through October 31st, and after that, you'll receive a code shortly within that time frame for any incentive level that you hit. You could become a $500, as Autumn mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, is our Champions Club, $1,000 for a Grand Champions Club, and then we now have our $2,500. In all of these incentives, including t-shirts, champions, and Grand Champion and Elite Grand Champion, are all done individually. So as we mentioned, it's really nice to have these all hands on deck team fundraisers, but you want to make sure that we use that form that I highlighted in our participant center earlier. So say I'm on a team of 5 and we host an event and we raise $750. I would want to make sure as a team captain that I want all of my team in purple that day. So I'm going to say each person gets $150. On walk day, everyone would get a t-shirt. Say I blew it out of the park this year and I raised $10,000 individually. I could go ahead and I'll get an incentive code and I can choose anything up to here anything up to here or below. So I'll get my code, which typically you'll get in November, and I would choose one of these things. And those get sent to you, like I said, after the walk. Day of the walk, you'll get a t-shirt, the Champions level medal, and the Grand Champion t-shirt. The Elite Grand Champion pullover that you would get for raising $2,500 individually would be sent to you similar to these incentive prize program after the walk. So why is it cool to be a team captain? Well, you get extra resources and a t-shirt. So we send out these virtual team captain packets weekly. And if you haven't gotten that, just shoot us an email. And we also send out these team captain toolkits within 2 to 3 weeks of anybody registering. If it's been longer than that, don't hesitate to reach out to us at alzwalk@alz.org. What is in the Team Captain Toolkit? So our hard copy includes that t-shirt. So if you are an individual walker, we do recommend, if you know you're going to have 1 or 2 people with you, just start a team. You get a t-shirt and then a little bit extra support from your staff partner. Not to say that we don't help individuals, but you don't get the t-shirt. You get a letter from Jim, some stuff from National, some tips of how to fundraise, and then some other cool things that I just want to highlight before we move forward in the sake of time is our Promise Garden stencil, where you print out a picture of your loved one, cut it out, and bring it with you to walk day, and staple it onto your Promise Garden flower for the ceremony. It also highlights all of the programs, support, and research and advocacy work done through the Mass New Hampshire office. So you can be informative when you're asking people to join your team and asking them to donate. You have all of the resources available to you. We have some sponsors who signed on early in support of our cause to end Alzheimer's. And we also have some basic information, some Walker Money envelopes, a Forget Me Not, and 24/7 helpline cards, and our material order form.
And just to talk a little bit more about that, so if you are hosting a fundraiser with your team, so you're hosting a bowling night, you can click that first link, and this will allow you to put all of your information for that fundraiser onto your local walk website. So if you're participating in Andover, you can, that will show up on the Andover Walk page. So that way, all all walkers in Andover will be seeing your fundraiser to help fill the house. We can also help paint the house purple with our material order form. So if you would like any bracelets, banners, buttons, any other supply that you would like to have at your event to paint the place purple, please fill out the second link, and we would ask for about 2 weeks notice. Number one, so that way we can put up the fundraiser with enough time to help make your event successful, but also make sure that those supplies get mailed out to you. And I know that we're coming up right on the half-hour mark here, but I just want to open it up for any questions and answers that anyone might have. So feel free to unmute your lines or send them into the chat function if you have a question. We've also listed our emails here, so we'll be sending out these slides later on today. So you can look through the links and think through, and if you have any other questions, we're always here to help. But we do have a couple of other webinars coming later this summer, and as we kind of teased a little bit earlier, this webinar, we'll be talking through recruitment and how you can build your teams. So talking about the walk with your friends, family, and any others to get them to help to join you. And then July and August will all be about fundraising. So how you can raise $300 in a week, or even exceed that $1,000 fundraising goal with a month left before the walk. So I hope you'll join us. Our link is the same, and then the call-in number information will also be listed. It's the same that you used for today. So please join us later this summer. And again, just one last chance for any questions. I know we're coming up right on that 30-minute mark. Okay. Well, thanks everyone for joining us today. We really appreciate your support and hope this was helpful and informative. And again, we hope to have you join us for other webinars later on this summer. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
Madison.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you, Julie.